How's it? Indian Cowboy, docsports.com, coming at you on Sunday, November the 10th, as we get this video to you around this time. Sorry, today I am not in a shirt and tie as I normally am, but hope you guys don't mind that. Have your free pick winner in just a second today. Your free pick winner today is I'm going to try to give you a winner for a free pick winner. I think that is more important than me trying to give you a Sunday NFL free pick winner because it is Sunday. I'm very interested in how the Giants score works out. Well, it looks like the Giants ended up losing. Go figure. But yeah, let's get to your free play winner today. I have 23 free selections for you today. Hello, I'm Indian Cowboy, and this is Doc Sports. The algorithms of Indian Cowboy have been around for 19 years, and Doc Sports has been around for 53 years. I have a doctorate and a master's in biostatistics. That's how these algorithms work. Welcome to my free daily podcast. Our best selections over at docsports.com under Arun Shiva or Indian Cowboy. Our next best selections are free picks and leans, which is the daily video you're watching right now. We, of course, have a popular YouTube premium teaching channel, so I give you 8 games a day, all for just $20 a month. So 240 games, all for just $20 a month. It is a recorded podcast. You can re-listen at any time. You get a written summary at the end. And sometimes those turn out to be premium selections the next day, and it's at 9 o'clock pretty much every night. And it is a massive advantage because you get the research before everybody else does, and I can't tell you how big of an advantage that is. The link to YouTube Premium is in the comments section, as well as a link to how to get your free $60 worth of premium selections. If you want more content, be sure to check my Twitter. It has our latest updates, our hot takes on sports, and our latest videos are posted there. So what do I need to tell you? Well, we have a 7-unit NBA selection tonight at 7 o'clock. I just want to let you know that we have won 12 straight 7 and 8 unit selections. It's crazy. The 8 unit selection yesterday in the NBA was a winner, but we won by the hook. The game was on pace for 270. It slowed down a little bit. And that's why I've always said it's useful to get the season package because you don't have to sit around and wait for when we have a top play and you get to play immediately, right? But we do have a 7-unit NBA play today. We are probably going to win today. And again, we're 12-0 with 7 and 8 unit selections on that run. And we won our 6-unit selection on Texas over Florida yesterday in college football. We won our 7-unit and 6-unit. Our 7-unit was on California on Friday over Wake Forest. So we're 2-2. We won the 7 and 6 and lost the 2 4s. The other 4-star that we lost was on NC State. So we have one more 4-star selection today, which goes off between the Niners as they hook up against the Bucks, and we're on the Niners, right? So hopefully that'll win. We went 5-0 last week in football. We're looking to maybe go 3-2 this week in football, and we'll be glad to take a 3-2 week. So root for the Niners if you get a chance. That would mean a lot to us. And, of course, the 7-unit NBA selection today. And, of course, the 7-unit prop selection, which is separate, is in the NBA, and that goes up at 7 o'clock. We are 5-0 with props and on a 14-4 runs. And the promo code, any IC15, expires tonight at midnight. Any IC15, that's the promo code, ANYIC15. We'll give you 15% off any season and monthly package of Indian Cowboy. So I hope you take advantage of that. All right, let's get to your free play selection today. Your free play today is going to be on San Jose State. Look, I'm not going to pick the sexiest games for you because I kind of want to win the free play winners for you if I can. Keep in mind that long-term free play winners, we're on a 160 run. That's good. All right, so out of 160 selections in 160 days, we've won 100 of them. That's still above 60%, which is still really good. So hopefully we'll post a winner for you today. Yeah, that's a 62% clip for nearly 6 months. I like San Jose State plus the 4.5 today. I know Hawaii is a much more well-known school, but you got to understand the reasoning behind San Jose State here. First of all, San Jose State is coached by Tim Miles, who used to coach Nebraska. Very good coach. He rolled over to San Jose State, and they have 8 wins last year. And they nearly beat Hawaii last year with the team that they had, with 8 wins. They're even better this year, and I know they're 0-2 out of the gates, but Hawaii played a no-name team in the first game, and they're going to run into a rough shot here with a hungry San Jose State team who lost by 2 last year, and they're even better this year. So I like San Jose State plus the 4. I think they're going to win outright, but I'm going to take the points here. Give me San Jose State plus the 4 as your free play selection today. Moving on, let me get to all the NFL games, and then I'll get to the other ones for you. I don't know. I've been telling you this. I gave you this on the video yesterday about my leans at the NFL 1 o'clock games. I don't know what the point is for me to do that again. I guess I could recap it for you just for the sake of letting you know what it is. So as it relates to Pittsburgh and Washington, I told you I was on Pittsburgh to begin with. I told you Atlanta, New Orleans, I lean on the under. I told you San Francisco, Tampa Bay is our 4-unit selection today. I told you New England, Chicago, I like the over. This way I'm trying to teach you, even though you're going to get this load after 1 o'clock for the 1 p.m. games. But New England had 17 points last game. Chicago had 9 points. Chicago has to bounce back on the offensive side. New England's actually playing pretty well. Derek May threw for 200 yards last game, so I wouldn't be surprised if that game goes over. I'm still very much on Minnesota over Jacksonville after Doug Peterson sort of made fun of Sam Darnold, saying the reason why Minnesota's playing well and Sam Darnold's playing well is not because of Sam Darnold, but because of their wide receiver and Justin Jefferson. So I think that'll motivate Minnesota here. So lean on Minnesota. Buffalo, Colts. I still like the Colts. Colts are off back-to-back losses. I don't see them losing 3 in a row. This is a must-win game for them, so I like them there. And Denver, Kansas City. I'm still on the under there. I think the only way Denver hangs tough is through their defense. Kansas City has revenge from losing to Denver last year. Kansas City's defense played like horse poop in their last game against the Bucs, so I like the under there. Now, moving on a little slower now to the 4 p.m. games. Tennessee and the Chargers in this game. It's interesting. This game is, first of all, the line is huge. But I like the under here. I don't see either team scoring. You have a Tennessee team that rolls in, that just beat the Patriots. I don't trust their offense fully. The Chargers put up 26 and 27 points in their last 2 games, but Tennessee's actually got a pretty decent defense. I know the Lions game was pretty bad, but against the Colts, they held them to 20. Against the Dolphins, they held them to 12. And against the Patriots, held them to 17. I actually like the under there, but it's not a massive lean, but I do small lean on the under there. There's much better games out there for you. As it relates to the Jets in Arizona, I'm still very much on the Jets. Devontae Adams and Wilson, I mean, those guys played great in their last game, right? Adams had 11 targets in his last game. He had over 100, about 100 yards. Wilson did really well too. And I think the NFL needs the Jets to do a lot better. And they're certainly 3-6. And Arizona needs this game. The Jets need this game a lot more than Arizona. Arizona's won 3 in a row, and yet Arizona finds themselves as an underdog. Give me the Jets. Philadelphia and Dallas. I still like Dallas. I know Dallas has all these injuries and stuff, but I've always believed when an injury happens, a team happens to come together for that first 1 or 2 games, and I think that's the situation here. Rush played really well in his last game, to be honest with you. They hung tough against my Falcons, and I like Dallas here plus a 7 with all that kumbaya and motivation. Detroit and Houston here. I like the under here. I think the only way Houston hangs tough is through their defense. Detroit's been phenomenal on defense as well. I think Houston will play, as they come off of a loss here, I think Houston will play really well on the defensive side of the ball. Losing to the Jets, obviously, Houston has not given up more than 24 points in their last 6 games. And usually, and out of those games, 5 of them has been 20 or 21 points. So as the Lions come in here, coming off of big wins against Green Bay, the only way I think Houston does well is through defense, and therefore like the under between Houston and Detroit. Now, your final game, Miami and the Rams. I actually like Miami here. I think Miami's been playing really good football lately. They've just been kind of getting the shaft. They lost by 3 to Buffalo, and Buffalo is exceptionally good. They're 7-1. They're 7-1 or 7-2 team. And the fact they only lost to Arizona by 1, lost to the Colts by 6, beat New England, they've been playing really good. I think at some point they're going to bust out here. I do not trust the Rams whatsoever. I know the Rams beat Vegas. I know the Rams beat Minnesota, and I know the Rams beat Seattle. And yet I still like Miami is doing. And I like the total is at 52. So you can either take the over or you can take Miami. Why else are the Rams favored by 2? So I have a lean on the over and I have a lean on Miami for what it's worth. All right. Now moving on, that is my NFL thoughts. Now let's move on to college basketball. Binghamton and Miami in college basketball. I like Miami here. Binghamton lost by 42 points to Penn State. I think Miami will keep that number in mind. Miami also won 15 games last year. This is a bounce back year for them. And I think they'll want to beat them by a larger margin than Penn State beat them. So lean on Miami. Michigan and Wake Forest here. I like Michigan. Dusty May's first big test at Michigan. They had a great game. He came over from Florida Atlantic. They just routed Cleveland State. It was awesome. Steve Forbes has a good team over there in Wake Forest, but I think Dusty May and Michigan they recruited well in the portal, and I think they are up for this task, and I like Michigan. Southeast Missouri versus Vanderbilt. I like the over there. Southeast Missouri State only put up 60 points against Bradley. They're going to bounce back here. The odds makers have not caught up to the fact that Vandy can put up a lot of points this year. They, of course, have a very good coach who came over and who's got this team already playing extremely well. And I think the new coach wants to prove something here. And I think Southeast Missouri will bounce back offensively, like the over. Texas Southern and Georgia in college basketball. I like the under there. Man, Texas Southern played a great game against Xavier, and they fell just short. And Georgia played like dog poop against Tennessee Tech. So Georgia could play better, but I think Texas Southern, Johnny Jones, has a good team there. I think he'll have them as an active dog, and I think Georgia will play a lot better as well. But I think the difference here is that the under is likely to shape up here, because what's going to happen is Texas Southern is a pretty good defensive intensity team, and Georgia, when they don't play well, bounce back to the under pretty well. North Florida, Georgia Tech, I like the under there. Matt Driscoll of North Florida has a bunch of ballers, and they beat South Carolina already. They're 2-0 out of the gates. Tech knows that they're good here. Tech beat West Virginia and rolled as well, or West Georgia and rolled as well. This game can go either way, but both of these teams' strengths are their defense, so I wouldn't be surprised to see this game go under the posted total. As it relates to San Jose and New Jersey in hockey, I like the over there. What a huge line this is. San Jose State had 2 goals in their last game. I actually think they get up to face New Jersey here. Decent public fade as well. The last time these two teams met, it went to 9 goals. I think the only thing that makes sense here is that San Jose team is off of a loss. They've been playing better, and they can be a decent dog here. Would not be surprised at all to see an over here. As it relates to Minnesota and Chicago, I like the over there. Minnesota has won this game the last 10 times in a row, mind you. Minnesota comes off of big back-to-back wins, and Chicago off back-to-back 1 goals. They had 4, 4, and 2 goals before that. And the only thing that makes sense here is the over, because I think they can bounce back as a decent dog. And it's not... All right, and as it relates, let's finish it off here. Let's do the NBA here. And as it relates to Charlotte and Philadelphia, I like Charlotte here. I mean, I know Philadelphia is a mess right now, and at some point they're going to bounce back, but Charlotte is healthy. They have huge wins over Indiana, holding them to under 90 points in their last game. And Detroit, obviously, is a decent win too. And I think Charlotte continues to roll here. At some point, Philadelphia is going to turn it around, but I don't think it's now. And I like Charlotte plus the points. I think they can win outright. Golden State, Oklahoma City. I like Oklahoma City here. No Jay Williams, and I think Oklahoma City has won the last 3 of these games in overtime. And Golden State is off of a bad loss. I know it's going to motivate them, but I know the power of Oklahoma City is real. And without Jay Williams, I think they come together as a squad and do well. I like Oklahoma City. Sacramento and Phoenix in the NBA. I like the over there. Suns are hot right now. I think they're 7-1. They're putting together a great run right now and finding consistency. Durant is out, though, and the Kings have lost this game the last 3 times, so the Kings are going to be super motivated. That's why the Kings come in as a -1 favorite. And they come off a home loss to the Clippers by 9 points, too, so they're going to be ticked off. And at the same time, I think the Suns rally and unite over no Durant, and I like the game to go over. Dallas and Denver, I like the over there. Dallas is off of a loss. They're likely an active dog. Denver's figured out their rotation finally, and they're using Russ wisely. He's only shooting about 6 times, and he's sort of their backup point guard, which is perfect. And I like Dallas as an active dog, and I like Denver to keep rolling and scoring at will, like the over. Memphis and Portland, I like the over there. No Ja, but I like the over there. Ja's going to take a day of rest, but Memphis over 120 points in back-to-back games when Ja does not play, so keep that in mind. So I think they usually put up 120 without Ja. That's probably going to what happened here. And plus, you get Portland here, who only put up 105 points in their last game, and they're off back-to-back losses, and they're returning home, so I think they'll be a decent dog. And I like the over there. So 23 free selections for you. Hope that helps. Hope you guys are doing well. Join us for the 7-unit NBA tonight at 7 o'clock, 7:10, and the 7-unit prop tonight as well. It's 5-0 with props as well. So we're looking forward to all that. Take care. Bye-bye.